Trust Mutual Fund has launched its first equity fund, which is on the FlexFXi category, and I'm joined by Mr. Utpal Sheth, who is the founder of the Trust Pro. Thank you so much, sir, for taking out the time to talk to us, and congratulations on the NFO. First things first, to understand why the first equity mutual fund now, because you have been more of a debt-focused mutual fund.
First of all, thank you for your congratulations, and also it's a pleasure being here. See, this is a marathon and not a sprint. So we are very clear that we are doing this for the long term. We were clear that we would not launch the equity product until and unless we had built the right team, the right culture, the right processes, the right philosophy, and so on. It took us time to do that. We spent the last 2 years plus doing that, and we are ready now. And it's as good a time as ever to start. It's a very large opportunity. There is a long runway, and this is a product that is required for every Indian investor. So we are here to serve them.
Right. So why not, pure play large cap fund? Instead, you've gone with a flexi cap fund. If you can help us understand the thought process behind that.
Sure. We wanted our first product to be such that would give our investment team the maximum flexibility. Okay. We wanted them to have the opportunity to go across the different size segments, not be constrained, so that they can leverage the opportunity that the investment process and philosophy that we are following gives to them. So that's why this is the first product. But in due course of time, we will ensure that we have a full bouquet of products which is relevant for the Indian investors, and we'll be building that. So in the long run, it really doesn't matter which is the first product that we launch, but we are excited about this.
Your thought process is in the gorilla style of investing. If you can help our viewers also understand what exactly it is and how this philosophy will lead to the growth of the fund house.
Sure. So, look, gorilla investing is something that I have been working on for many years. I teach at some places, and this is in the public domain. Gorillas have some characteristics which are very different from the other monkeys. Gorillas are rare. Gorillas are dominant. Gorillas have longevity, which is significantly greater than that of other monkeys. We are looking for those characteristics in companies. You can only do terminal value investing with companies which have the attributes that such gorilla companies demonstrate. Now, the question is, what are those attributes? Those attributes are many, but we've clubbed them into certain key components, and there are 3 key components to our mind. The first is leadership characteristics, the second is intangibles, and the third is megatrends. We find that the intersection of these 3 components gives us the highest probability of pursuing such gorilla companies. Now, every company that we invest in from day one need not be a gorilla company, but over time the portfolio will evolve in such a way that gorilla companies become a larger and larger percentage of our portfolio.
With the NFO launch, do you have any targets in mind in terms of AUM? And also, how do you see this whole, trust mutual fund growing from here? Because I'm sure this is your foray into equity mutual fund category. So any sort of new funds that we can expect in the near future as well?
There will be new funds in due course. As I said, we'll have a complete bouquet which is relevant for our investors. And we've taken a very long-term view of this. So we are here to be a relevant and a meaningful player in this industry. We are not here to be an insignificant player. And we'll build it slowly but surely.
Right. How do you see, running a mutual fund business in India, where obviously the penetration is low, but the opportunity is immense, especially from the global view as well? If you can help us understand how you assess that and how do you plan to play from that angle?
Look, I think First of all, building the right team was important, building the right culture was important, building the right processes were important. We've done the hard work. Now, you will find this team, which I believe is a very capable and committed team, which will continue building that. I think there is no debate on the size of the opportunity. The debate has to be on whether you are providing a relevant option to the investor, and in the process, are you building a sustainable business, a sustainable investment management business. I think we have been working towards that, and we will continue to work towards that. It's a marathon, it's not a sprint. You will find us on that path.
Any kind of suggestions or insights, India obviously has been growing pretty immensely, but valuations are something that everyone's been talking about. It's pretty at the high end. Based on the opportunities that are there, how should one look at, picking the right stocks or picking the right sectors? Because you have this whole, sort of activity happening around. So because as you mentioned, the gorillas, theme of investing as well. If you could have some insights and some learnings for investors as well.
I've learned from Rakeshji that while beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, value also lies in the eyes of the beholder. Therefore, I think it is not fair to make a comment that valuations are high. I think we will only know in hindsight. Also, I don't think valuations are high today across the market. I think the large caps are really at fairly compelling valuations. There may be pockets of valuation exuberance. That's okay. It's a localized situation. It is incumbent upon the investment management team to look at and navigate those different situations. There is no worry that there is an imminent fall ahead. I don't see that.
I know that you can't comment on stock specific, but at least sector-wise, where do you see the next growth of opportunities in India?
I think every component of India will have to grow. It can't be one component of India. You heard the Trust Group CIO Mihir Vora talking about opportunities in the manufacturing side to begin with. I think that's one large mega trend. There are other mega trends which he has laid out. And that team will make their independent investment decisions. So I feel on behalf of Trust Mutual Fund, it would be right for that team to comment on this rather than me.
All right. Thank you so much, sir, for taking all the time to talk to us.
Thank you.
And all the best for the future of the mutual
Thank
fund.
you very much.
Mutual fund investments are subject to market risks. Read all scheme-related documents carefully.